Hey, so you're thinking about moving to Jupiter and the surrounding area, and Palm Beach Gardens is on your radar. Well, this video is for you. We are going to look at 5 of my favorite single-family home neighborhoods right here. So if that sounds good, you better keep watching. Hi, my name is Andy Johnson. I'm so excited to be shooting this video today and sharing 5 of my favorite single-family home neighborhoods in Palm Beach Gardens. At the end, I'm going to tell you what neighborhood I'm standing in right now, which I think is an amazing value and definitely something that needs to be on your radar if you're looking for a home here. But let's talk about a little bit about what we're going to be talking about today. You know, it's really hard to only pick 5 amazing neighborhoods in Palm Beach Gardens, and really it's almost impossible. So today we're really going to focus on single-family homes ranging from about $500,000 to $2 million. We're not really focusing on anything on the water, and we're really not looking at country club communities either, just so you know. Now listen, if this is your first time joining us on our channel, make sure you click subscribe and ring that bell so you can be notified anytime we post new content, and you can learn about where to shop, the best restaurants to live in, where to eat, and everything else you need to know to live in Jupiter and the surrounding area. So let's go ahead, let's dive into it. Number one, why would somebody want to live in Palm Beach Gardens? Well, it's an amazing place to live. That's why. You're super close to the water. It's got world-class golf, world-class shopping, and world-class dining. I mean, what more do you need to say? You're about 25 minutes away from the Palm Beach Airport, which flies all over the place, an hour, hour and a half to Fort Lauderdale, and no more than 2 hours to Miami, and that's max. So you've got international airport as well that can get you to any destination that you want. You can leave on cruises out of here. You can take your boat to the Bahamas. There's amazing fishing. The list goes on and on, but those are just some of the reasons you may want to consider Palm Beach Gardens home. So let's get into the neighborhoods. Number one is going to be PGA National. PGA National is located right off of PGA Boulevard, right by 95 and the Turnpike, so easy access to everywhere. And I gotta tell you, it's a little bit of a cheater that I'm putting that on there, because PGA National is really a massive community that has a lot of kind of sub-communities, if you will, within the gates. PGA National has villas all the way up to estate homes, and each section is a little bit different. Now, PGA National has the PGA National Golf Resort, which you do not have to be a member of to live within the community, but if you're looking for a golf membership, it's a great place to call home. They've got 5 golf courses, amazing amenities, and it's a great place to be. The only drawbacks that some people are going to find about having PGA National as a club is because it's a resort too, it's a very large country club, you know, and it doesn't have that boutique feel that you're going to get with some smaller country clubs out there. You know, not everybody's going to know your name, that sort of thing. But PGA National homes, you've got a wide variety to choose from. Now, most of PGA National was going to be developed in the 1980s, so you are going to have a little bit more space between the homes. You do have concrete block built homes and also frame homes as well. If you don't know what that is, that's all right. Send a message below. We'll let you know. And there's all sorts of styles in there, which is something that I really like. You know, one of the things about how homes are being built today, as we all know, in South Florida, is we're getting a lot of cookie cutter style stuff. You know, you've got builders that come in and they've got 13 floor plans, which are amazing, you know, and look very pretty, but when you drive through, you start seeing the same thing over and over and over. And PGA National is not like that. It was developed a lot longer ago. And so there's just a lot of different styles in there, and it's a really, really cool place to be. You've got shopping all around you, and it's just because it was developed in the 1980s. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know one of my favorite things is the maturity that you're going to get out of a neighborhood with that. All the trees are grown, the nature is beautiful. They've got a beautiful park in there that actually has a frisbee golf course. It's just a really, really great place to be, and like I said, close to everything, shopping, stores, actually 2 turnpike entrances and exits. So great place to call home. And we've actually done a lot of videos on the communities within PGA National. So if you think that that's something that's interesting, you'd like to know more about each specific community, we've hit those as well. You know, the sizes in the community, you can find 2-bedroom, 2 baths, all the way up to 6-bedroom homes on varying lot sizes, pool, no pool, anything you want. They've pretty much got it. The only thing that you're really not going to be able to find for the most part in PGA National is going to be new construction, but it's definitely worth taking a look. All right, so number 2 for me makes my list because it's got a great value per square foot. So if you're looking for more square footage at a better price in Palm Beach Gardens, Mirabella is a neighborhood that you may want to consider. Now, Mirabella is located just north of PGA National by a couple of miles. It is a gated community. It has a beautiful clubhouse. You've got a gym, there's a kids area, and there's 3 different sections within the community. Homes come in varying sizes. Now, one of the drawbacks to me, as I just said with PGA National in Mirabella, is it is a little bit newer neighborhood. It was built in the 2000s, and it just doesn't quite have the maturity or the feel that you're gonna get in PGA National. I don't wanna use the word sterile, that's a little bit too strong, but it's just not, I don't know, it's just not quite as pretty driving through. That being said though, for whatever reason, and I can't figure it out because it's in a high-rated school district, it's in an amazing location, the price per square foot that you can get in Mirabella is absolutely fantastic. You're gonna find 1- and 2-story homes throughout the community, so it definitely needs to be on your list. All right, now let's move over on to number 3, and that's Alton. So Alton is definitely something that we've done a video on because Alton is one of the newest communities in Palm Beach Gardens. It's actually being built on one of the last major tracts of land to even be able to be developed in this area, and it is a very, very large community. In that community, you're going to find 3-story townhouses. You have single-story and 2-story homes in varying sizes and with lots of different floor plans to choose from. Now, one thing about Alton and the way that they developed that community is the lots tend to be more narrow and longer. You have a lot of courtyard-style homes and courtyard pools, so if nature is like high on your list of things and you really want to feel away from your neighbors, Alton probably isn't the choice for you, but if you want easy access to amazing amenities, that's where you want to go. They have a beautiful resort style clubhouse there with gym. Their pool is awesome. And then what's really cool is they developed the Alton Town Center as well. You've got tons and tons of shopping. You've got a Publix in there for groceries, places to get your nails done, excellent restaurants. There's a gas station in there. There's a Home Depot in there. Everything that you need is right there. And really, you could walk from anywhere in Alton, but of course we're in Florida, so what most people do is hop on their golf cart and drive over there, you know, later in the evening on a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, heck, Monday, it doesn't matter. You hop on, you drive over, you grab dinner, you get some groceries, you go home. It's a great way to live. It really is, and it's a great place to call home. Now, Alton is going to start kind of at our upper end of this price point that we were talking about today. You're really gonna have a hard time getting into Alton for less than $1 million, even on their smaller single family homes. And they actually go above $2 million, but there's a lot that fall in the range that we're discussing. And it's definitely one of the few left of new construction that you can really choose from and have a really solid selection still. So if new construction is what you're looking for, it's definitely something that you're gonna wanna know about. If you have more questions, if we can send you some floor plans or anything like that, again, send us a message below, reach out, we'd love to talk to you. So let's go ahead and move to our next neighborhood. All right, so the next neighborhood that we're talking about is Evergrene. Evergrene is a really, really well-known neighborhood. If you're from around here, it's beautiful, awesome community amenities right at the center of the community, overlooking a massive lake. It's not a country club neighborhood, but the kind of clubhouse that they've developed there and what they've got has created that feel in a way without the price. They've got a little tiki hut where you can grab drinks and food. They've got a basketball court, couple spas, kids pool, resort style pool, gym, pool table. It is really an amazing clubhouse. It's some of the best amenities that I've seen in Palm Beach Gardens without a country club and a country club price tag, if that's something that you're looking for. And it really creates a sense of camaraderie and community when you're in there because everybody gets to know each other and it's really cool. So Evergrene is beautiful as well. You've got townhouses in there, but the majority of the neighborhood is going to be made up of single family homes. The price range in there, you're going to start at this point probably in the 700 mark, and right at 2 million is going to be about the most expensive home that you're going to find in there. You do have an estate section where they've got larger lots, larger homes, and then of course you have the rest of the community that is beautiful as well. Most of the homes in there, they do have single story, but the majority of the homes that you are in there are going to be 2-story homes. It was developed probably early 2000s as well. And so, you know, some of those homes you can go in and are going to need some renovation work. Great location though. One side is on Hood Road. You can actually exit on Donald Ross as well. And then they have a third gate over on Military Trail. So take your pick. It's really easy to get in and out of the neighborhood. It's located right by Dwyer High School, which is one of the Palm Beach Gardens high school. Literally, you could pretty much walk to it. Schools rate pretty well for this community. When you come out of that Hood entrance though, immediately there's going to be a Publix right there. And folks, if you don't know, when you live here, really, I tell you where the closest Publix is, but at any given time, and no kidding with Evergrene, I think you have 5 Publix probably within 6 minutes of you at that location. So we always have grocery stores really close to us, but there's one right outside. Evergrene is super walkable as well, just a beautiful community that you can walk through. You're always gonna see people walking, dogs, kids riding bikes. It's definitely an all ages community that people enjoy, and it is a gated community, a man-gated community as well. They've done really well over there since I've been here, which has been for a while now, about keeping their association field really level. You know, while I see a lot of communities that, you know, just keep going up, 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 and listen, that has to happen organically, right? The cost of things go up. Evergreen really has done a fantastic job of keeping a really pretty reasonable association fee that covers a lot. So amazing homes, and definitely something worth checking out. So that's going to move us over to our next neighborhood. All right, so our next neighborhood is Frenchman's Landing. This is located off a road called Prosperity Farms. Beautiful street to drive in just to get into the community. And Frenchman's Landing was built in the 80s and 90s. Some lots are a little bit bigger, but a lot of them are a little tighter in there. You have homes that range anywhere from 2,000 up to 4,000 square feet. Again, because these were developed longer ago, you don't have as much of a cookie cutter feel as you're gonna get in some of the other neighborhoods down here. But you also have a wide array of homes that really, you know, are finished in varying stages. When I say finished, I mean up to today's kind of cosmetic standards. You're gonna have things that haven't been touched since the 80s. You're gonna have some that maybe they were updated a little bit in the 90s, or somebody did a bathroom in the kitchen, but the floors aren't done. And then you have some that have been completely renovated all the way throughout the home. So it's a little bit of a hodgepodge. And if you're looking for a project home, something that you can come into and put your own touches on, maybe walk into some equity when you're done, this can be a really great neighborhood to look at. And that's what a lot of people are looking for. Foreclosures are not specifically in this neighborhood by any sense, are something people call me about often. And we really don't have a lot of foreclosures in our area currently, anywhere. But what we do have are homes that were built in the 80s and 90s that have not been touched. They need full renovations, and you can walk in, especially in today's market, and get a great price. Put it in. Let's say you buy something for $800, you put in $100,000, $200,000, then it's worth $1.2 million at the end, so you've made $200,000 in equity. You got to go through the sweat and the tears and the misery sometimes of getting that done, but that's awesome when you're done to be sitting on that amount of equity. So that is absolutely something that we can help with as well. All right, so let's talk about our last neighborhood. I said that I would. Here's the big secret. What I'm in right now is called East Point. Now, I said I wasn't going to talk about any country club communities. I lied. I'm in one right now, but there's a reason that this country club community made our list, and that's the value that you can get when you come in here. So East Point is actually technically not Palm Beach Gardens. It's an unincorporated Palm Beach County, not quite in the city limits, which means you only pay county taxes, which is kind of cool. The other nice thing about East Point, as I said, it's a little bit of a value for one reason or another, and we find this. Home prices in here are lower, and you get greater value to price per square foot, similar to Mirabella compared to other neighborhoods out there. You come into East Point, just for illustration purposes, maybe you buy a 2,300 square foot house for $800,000. That same 2,300 square foot house over in Alton is easily going to cost you 1.5 or 1.6. East Point was developed in the 1980s, and so as you can see, hopefully you have large lot sizes here. It's a very mature neighborhood. Now, the architecture in here is a little bit different. It's pretty cool, but you do have to be a member of the country club. Here's the kicker though. There's only a social membership required, and that social membership today is about $5,000 per year. Well, here's the thing. On average, the value of East Point homes tend to be about $200,000 less easily than what you can find for a similar property in other communities, in Jupiter and in Palm Beach Gardens. And so if you take that $200,000 and you look at what that would cost you from a property tax standpoint, we're at about 2%. You know what I mean? That's about $4,000. So for $1,000 for your social membership for the year, you have 2 golf courses, you have a gym, you've got a restaurant in here. It's awesome. You've probably seen the golfers going behind me right now. And it's just a really, really cool place to call home. And that's what we're here to do for you, right? We want to let you know about these secret little gems, whether it be a single family home or maybe it's a condo that you're looking for. And we want to guide you to those, but it all is about what you're looking for. We just had somebody call the other day that said, I want a mid-rise condo and I want to be in a golf course. And I want to be overlooking the course. Well, you know what? We know where that's located. And the truth is, it's really hard to find in Jupiter and Palm Beach Gardens. We're going to have to take that individual a little bit farther south to get him just what he wants, but we know where to go. So if you are thinking about making a move anywhere in Palm Beach County, give us a call. Let us show you the different opportunities that you have in all the wonderful neighborhoods here so you can enjoy the weather, the golf, the dining, the shopping, and everything else that makes living in Jupiter and the surrounding area great. Thank you so much for checking out this video today. And please, any questions, send us a message. I can't wait to talk to you soon.